Lights, sirens, all the signs of first responders working to protect lives. But when traffic doesn't give them space, they lose precious time. First responders fight through traffic to protect lives every day.
Now, every second lost can mean the difference between life or death. 9 on 10's Cody Boyer shows you firsthand how emergency crews deal with drivers in tonight's special report, Traffic versus First Responders. Every minute counts.
That happens everywhere. It doesn't matter on what road you're on.
Everyone needs to share the road.
Police, fire, EMS, everybody.
But for first responders like Captain Brian Bloom at the Grand Traverse Metro Fire Department, when they're driving, it's often to an emergency. When their lights and sirens are on, they depend on traffic to clear the way.
When I went through school, it was always taught you have to pull to the right and stop. And anymore, people just kind of whatever they feel at the moment.
But where there are rules, there are some that will be broken.
You're either just stopping in the mid lane, pulling off to the left and stopping on the shoulder. That leaves us nowhere to go.
For them, a driver who doesn't follow the rules of the road could have a life or death impact.
It's getting to be worse and worse every year. I mean, like I said, it used to be a couple of times a year you'd see it, and now it's daily.
To take a closer look at the problem, we gave Captain Bloom's crew a camera for a month. Their mission, watch for drivers that could slow them down.
They probably saw the van right here.
And there were a lot of them.
And the guys here are trying to beat the left turn lane as we're coming up to it, so we're going to be slowing down for them. This red pickup here, you saw him pull off, but the guy that was behind him kept on going. You got some cars that will just, like you were saying, business as usual, we'll just keep on driving in the other lane.
And that's bad.
They're supposed to pull over for us as well and slow down.
Plenty of people do what they are supposed to do and pull over to a complete stop. But Lieutenant Chris Como sees drivers who don't on almost every call. That can cause dangerous situations.
We've made it an objective to stay safe while we're driving to an emergency. And while doing that, we have the challenge of people cutting us off or not pulling to the right.
It also slows them down. Those extra seconds matter.
Time is of the essence. If someone's life is on the line and you don't pull to the right, that could slow down the response to someone's house by 6 minutes, and that could actually cause someone to lose their life.
On every response that we go to, we're constantly on the defense and watching for other people, and something just out of the blue happens, and all of a sudden it's like, bam, now we have a major issue.
Now, response time. Those are two very important words for firefighters or anyone working in EMS. When they're trying to get to a scene, they need all the time they can to respond to an accident or to a house fire. Much like EMS, they need all the time they can get to save lives. Either way, they both say every minute counts.
It can be very challenging.
David Gradup is a paramedic with North Flight Grand Traverse. He started driving an ambulance 34 years ago. He says today's technology can also play a part to both help and hinder.
They're talking, hopefully they're not texting, listening to the radio, whatever. And also with the cars nowadays, the way they're being built, they're far more soundproof than the cars used to be. So it becomes more difficult for us, for people not only to see us sometimes, but also to hear us.
For something like a stroke, it could be all the difference in the world. At 3 hours, we don't give thrombolytics any longer. As far as heart attacks, obviously, time is heart muscle. And when it comes to things like your heart not beating, every second counts.
These guys are all stopping like they're supposed to be.
Captain Bloom says following the law can help them protect us from being their next call and make sharing the roads even safer.
And this guy pulled over nice.
That helps us greatly. And by the public helping us with that, sometimes that extra couple of seconds that we can get there to that patient does indeed make a difference between life and death.
For 9 on 10 News at 6, I'm Cody Boyer.